Dog,
Yes.
leave Chantrell Henderson failed the damn drug test, man. I mean, you got to be a stone. Wait a minute. Ain't yours in like 5 minutes?
Truth. But I got us covered.
Uh-huh.
The ponytail, man?
Yeah.
Everything we need, and we'll pass it.
Is he bringing chips?
You better.
I'm here for the QBs. Don't worry, I'm on the list. How much time we got?
5 minutes.
That works for me. All right, I got some fish paralyzers, orange crosses, Scooby snacks, Chelsea's nipples, and some brownstone. The trick is to take this stuff into perfect combination. That way it never, ever shows up on a drug test.
In addition to testing positive for marijuana, Mr. Snortles has also tested positive for heroin, cocaine, Molly, purple drink, and the box score, which starts right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Collins for box score. Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock here in sunny Los Angeles. Apparently they're doing some string work out there, and the Danettes are joining us from Milford, Connecticut. The NFL draft is inching closer and closer this week, guys. Fritzy, with the extra weight this year, is it hard to find guests that are able to offer fresh takes?
Extra weight? Is that some kind of shot at me? Not so much. It's just, there's always a columnist or two that's trying to go above the fray and purposely write something crazy or wacky to stand out. It's a lot of the same stuff. We're all anxious to have the draft officially get here. But, I don't mind it because it just, it gives us some more time to focus on who we may want to get in studio in New York Thursday and Friday, who we may want to pop on the phone. So, there has been some outlandish stuff, and it's hard to determine fact versus fiction, but it doesn't make my job any more difficult in determining who we want to have on the show.
Brock, first of all, thanks for helping us lose our credentials with that open. Secondly, Fritzy, I think one thing we do is if we have someone like Merrill Hodge or Nolan Naraki or Charlie Kessler with not an outlandish take, but a unique take, we always try to call them to give them a chance to back it up, because Casterly, the headline doesn't necessarily match what he said. He didn't say Johnny Manziel's a second rounder. He said there's a scenario where Johnny Manziel could drop all the way to the end of the first round to the second. So it was good to have him on to explain.
Yeah, you guys seem to have gotten bored passing time until the festivities in New York. So much so that you started making bets on the draft. Paulie, you and McLovin have a Manzel bet. What was the wager and the stakes?
First, McLovin wanted steaks because that's a pretty good bet generally for food, but it's boring. Nobody gets embarrassed, nobody gets hurt, nobody needs therapy after. So what we did was you had to wear a Manzel jersey, and that's it for the show on Friday. And then I kicked it up a notch and said you had to walk out and get the other guy's food.
So now the audience is going to need therapy? Is that really what we want to do here?
It's a great question. We remember the last time McLovin wore nothing more than a jersey. We had the most calls on this day by outraged parents. See, now why do we want to subject people to that?
I'm not really sure, actually, why we want to do that.
There's a market for that.
There is a market there. We've done the jersey thing a couple of times, and we've seen our fair share of man legs, very pale man legs. I think Fritzy, you throw on the Eddie Curry jersey for a while. DP, I think, actually went little sort of skimpy jersey kind of thing too. So, I like the idea of McLovin we've seen, but if Paulie, I think he's the only one who hasn't gone with the little jersey and spray tan on top of that we're trying to throw in just for the legs. That sounds like fun. And then going to get everybody donuts or whatever.
For me it sounds like just like a Tuesday.
Yeah, but for Paul, all right, this is something pretty serious. So.
Yeah, I figure I put myself in the lion's mouth a little bit. Got a 50% chance.
It's a close bet though, Paulie. Vegas is right with us.
Yep.
50-50 coin flip.
Well, there was more gambling on today's show when DP dropped this little nugget.
If Manzel doesn't go in the first round, what does Charlie Kessler in the NFL Network
The
want?
NFL Network would like you to be a special guest on NFL Network's NFL AM at a time to be determined.
If Manzel does go in the first round,
yes,
that the NFL Network will have McLovin on their AM show, and they will refer to McLovin NFL expert from the Dan Patrick Show.
That has been agreed upon according to an email that I'm looking at right here.
Yeah, this is cool. I would love to be on NFL AM, but I don't want to be like the lost wager on a bet. Like, they have to have me on. It's kind of like you have to date the ugly friend of a. I'm Dan's ugly friend. Like, basically, it's double date.
Yeah.
Dan's the hot girl, and I'm the duff.
Yeah, you'd like a genuine invitation.
Yeah.
Not all right. We got to put him on for a segment. Let's make it a short one.
I was kind of bummed out because I came up with this as an idea. I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, McLovin goes on another NFL show, a really cool show.
Don't worry.
He goes on and McLovin's like,
No.
I thought you'd be more excited too.
Probably, I'll take it. But sorry, go ahead.
I thought it was a really awesome idea, and having McLovin go on there, that's why I asked, is it Andrew Perloff or is it McLovin? Because I think that sort of sets the tone a little bit. I think it's a really great opportunity for Andrew, especially if he wants to get called back a bunch of times and become like a guest there. But I get the idea that you don't want to go there as like the punchline or like the joke or like, I just got to throw him in, and then Dan, I sort of see where he's coming.
It depends how it plays out. Yeah, I think Seaton's right. It kind of depends where it goes.
Well, you want to be treated as a legitimate, knowledgeable NFL. You do have a background. You're not, you take a lot of abuse and everything, but ultimately, you work hard and you study up on these things, and you work hard at.
Thank you, Todd.
You don't just throw things out there.
McLovin, any genuine nerves?
Being on NFL, no. Come on, I'm on the Dan Patrick Show.
I'll tell you what, when Dan first threw it out there, he looked terrified. Andrew was sitting, he was almost hiding behind his laptop, and I was like, dude, what? This is going to be awesome. Look at you. And he was sort of like, okay, I'll do it. Sort of.
Well, we asked DP what the nation could expect if McLovin does end up on NFL Network. Let's see what he said in this edition of Boss's Thoughts.
I don't know if he'll try to be McLovin on this show or he'll try to be like mature, almost auditioning for the NFL Network. Because he sees the end is near on this show with his character. I mean, in other shows, his character gets killed off. So I think McLovin says, I need to kind of reinvent myself and then go back to this expert journalist. So I think it's an audition for McLovin. I hope he views it that way. Because there's a cliffhanger at the end of the season. I have to kill off McLovin.
McLovin is sort of like our Will Ferrell in a way, in that there's times where you're like, wait a minute, dude, are you being serious right now, or is this just a joke? I can't really tell with you because he just has that sort of, I don't know what it is, but like Will Ferrell, like he'll tell you a story and you're like, wait, are you serious or are you kidding? What's going on here? McLovin has that same quality, so I don't know that sometimes, against the grain is a serious thing, but then there's also a joke to it too.
But is Andrew Perloff funny?
It's a good question.
Such a good question.
Back to what Dan just said here about a cliffhanger at the end of the season. Dan threw out something at the midway show. Hey, McLovin, are you going to move soon?
He did. He was.
Dude, what was that all about?
That was weird.
What was that?
Yeah, Brock, we were in the middle of a break, and all of a sudden Dan just out of nowhere, we weren't talking about houses or moving or anything. He goes, McLovin, so Brooklyn, you going to move anytime soon?
Yeah, but now I'm putting it together. It was right after Boss's Thoughts. What's going on here?
Is it encouraging you to go further away from here, or want you not to?
It's not even encouraging or discouraging. It's just sort of matter of fact to say, oh yeah, we're going to kill McLovin off. By the way, if we killed McLovin off and I came back with a cooler nickname, I'd be thrilled for that. What if it was like, McLovin is dead, now it's
Tony
Earl? Super Mac Daddy? I don't know what's my...
Super Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy.
Maybe we have a national contest to re-nickname McLovin.
All right, there's more on the way. Who did the Danettes look up to from their beds when they were young? We'll find out in just a moment. Welcome back to the Box Score. As we know, the Milford Man Cave is a haven for priceless treasures. The Ryan Leaf jersey, the Wall of Morale, and today's newest addition, an autographed poster of George the Iceman Gervin. Paulie, was that sent to your house first and then brought in when you saw it was signed to the boss?
What do you want to hear? You know what? It was actually in my morale boost pile. I have a little stash in back that I save, and for certain days when you need a morale boost, and I had that there for today for Dan, just in case there was a lull, and it worked out perfectly.
It did. You guys went on to discuss some of your favorite posters growing up, and of course, Dan went to the right man for some answers.
Fritzy, you had like T.J. Hooker.
I had Heather Locklear, Heather Thomas, Bo Derek, Audrey and Judy Landers, the Landers twins.
Any sports posters?
I think my brother had an old Ellis Burks Red Sox for. Hid that in the corner. I had an Elway poster. I had to get that in.
Oh.
But then there was some workout woman named Kathy Smith back in the day.
Oh yeah, I remember Kathy Smith.
And got a lot of paper cuts, but we don't have to get into that.
Yeah, that was a great room growing up in Brooklyn. I couldn't even tell you what color the carpeting was.
Now, when you say growing up, you mean when you're 22, just out of college, working at the
Exactly.
band?
You get it where you can. But right above my bed was this Heather Thomas poster where she's in a pink two-piece bikini coming out of a jacuzzi, which was a very popular seller at Spencer's Gifts. And then as you move around the room, you'll see Bo Derek and Heather Locklear. I thought was the greatest. And T.J. Hooker in the Dynasty days. There was one episode in T.J. Hooker. I'll make it really brief. That she was like kind of dancing provocatively, and I don't know what the storyline was about, why she was doing that, but I've YouTubed it out and I've tweeted it in the past, and I just thought she was just the greatest.
I'm sure you all had your crushes growing up, so we wanted to see exactly what kind of taste you had when you were just learning about the strange things going on in your pants. I'll show you two popular 80s hotties, and you tell me which one does it for you. McLovin, you first. Star of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Phoebe Cates, or Cheryl Ladd of Charlie's Angels?
Come on.
Oh, come on, dude. First of all, there's no character in the history of characters. Judge Reinhold would play me. I'm just a little bit younger than him, but
I see where you're going.
It's got to be Phoebe Cates. That scene.
Fritzy's about to pull a Judge Reinhold and go.
Yeah,
I think
that was a fantastic scene.
You almost have to take Phoebe Cates out of this contest because that's just next level.
That stands alone.
Fritzy somewhere is saying, does anyone knock anymore? Seton, you next. Sports Illustrated, babe.
You need your privacy.
Christy Brinkley or Daisy Duke herself, Catherine Bach.
Wow. Oh my goodness gracious.
Ooh,
Can I go Phoebe Cates? No, you know what? I was a huge Dukes of Hazzard fan, and I thought it was because of the General Lee, but it was probably because of Catherine Bach. But I'm gonna go Catherine Bach.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my favorite character, Cooter. Fritzy, you're up. Sheena Easton's Sugar Walls or a perfect 10 in Bo Derek.
God. Yeah, I loved Sheena Easton. I just want to put that on record. Morning train, 9 to 5, and all that.
In case she's watching.
Strut, pout, and put it out. That's what you want from her. Bo Derek, I love.
Give us a
High
little.
cheekbones
Give us a little.
10 with
the morning
braids.
train.
Strut, my baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 to 5.
Dude, how many times did you spend on the A train or whatever going from Brooklyn to
She was singing. And then she said, for your eyes only for you. Yeah, Sheena Easton, great, but you got to go Bo Derek every time.
Still
Sorry,
to this
Sheena.
day.
All right. Finally, Polly, it's between the two Heathers, Heather Locklear or Heather Thomas.
Wow, that's a
wow. This is I don't want to
major.
disrespect the legend. Heather Locklear is kind of like a Harold Baines compiler, a lot of years. Heather Thomas more like a Kirby Puckett, a smaller window of popularity, but Hall of Fame numbers. I gotta go Heather Thomas, and I feel bad saying it.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that's a real tough choice.
Just in the 80s, and talking the 80s.
BJ and the Bear fan over there.
Oh.
Hey, Brock, one thing, Cooter from Dukes of Hazzard went on to become a congressman for the United States. That's a true story.
Really? I thought that was the yeoman purser on Love Boat.
Yeah, Fred Grandy.
Gopher.
Fred
Gopher
Grandy.
and Cooter used to. Cooter as well. Look it up.
How about that?
Wikipedia.
I think Isaac, you can hire him for birthdays and bar mitzvahs. Once again, guys, no matter which one of these girls is tops on your list, it's no doubt they make us wanna.
On the Super Bowl. And it's autographed.
Coming up, we'll see how well the guys know what's going down at Radio City Music Hall on Thursday. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Box Score. Peter King joined the show today and gave us his final thoughts before the NFL draft on Thursday. But we wanted to know how keen you guys are on some of the top prospects that'll be picked. I think it's the perfect time for our Danette Spelling Bee. These are some of the top college picks expected to go in the first or second round on Thursday. Let's start in the back row. Fritzy, he's a cornerback out of Michigan State. Give us the correct spelling of Darquez Dennard.
D-A-R.
Ooh.
Q-U-E-Z.
Yes.
And Denard, I'm going to go, if I'm even still alive at this point, D-E-N-N-A-R-D.
Boom.
You forgot the E at the beginning of the first name. Paulie, let's go north of Chicago to Minnesota.
Oh.
Defensive tackle, Rashid Hageman. Spell that for us.
R-A-S-H-E-E-D. H-A-I-G-A-M-A-N.
No, sorry. It was,
No, we didn't have the parentheses.
oh, not the parentheses, the apostrophe. R-A-apostrophe-S-H-E-D-E. Last name is H-A-G-E-M-A-N.
Wouldn't have got that. That's
Next is
Mrs. Front-
McLovin.
Last name.
We'll give you the hardest one because you are our NFL outsider, Cyrus Quanjo.
Cyrus Quanjo.
Take it away.
nice.
C-Y-R-U-S. Cyrus, like the movie with
Cyrus the
donut
virus.
nose.
You're
Yeah.
okay so far.
Quanjo, K-O-U-J-A-N-D-O. Am I forgetting an I in there? That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay. Sorry, you got the first name right. The last name was K-O-U-A-N-D-J-I-O.
Oof.
And finally,
What's his
C.
name?
This guy is perfect for you. It's Alabama safety, Clinton Dix.
Oh, you got this.
Oh, I definitely have this. I'm sorry, wait, can you just say it again one more time slowly?
Clinton Dix.
It is E-M-B-A-R-R-A-S-S-I-N-G.
You said embarrassing. That is incorrect. It was H-A-C-L-I-N-T-O-N dash D-I-X.
I could have gotten that one.
Nobody won, as usual. Stay right there. When we come back, it's time to wrap things up here at the Box Score. The Box Score presents great moments in DP show history.
Cleveland Browns. What do you
No,
think
they've already,
doing?
they're out of it.
Oh my God.
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP Show History. Welcome back to the Box Score. Ah, yes, McLovin's Against the Grain. Is that the kind of content we can expect from you if you land on NFL Network?
I would hope that they had a higher budget, maybe more technology, maybe a touch screen or something. But if there are plastic helmets involved, a notable thing about that day is Paulie wasn't here, and there's always been debate. Would Paulie have let that run on as far? I think he would have if you knew where it was going, but you might have been tempted to pull the plug. Might have.
Oh, you know, Paulie would always let that go. Well, we here on the Box Score wanted to remind you, McLovin, that when you're on TV, don't pull this move and accidentally use your radio mic instead.
Okay, this is my hometown, so I should dominate this. How about no action? What the heck am I doing? I just had a complete mental breakdown. I even hit the red button. I'm still mystified by these television things. Like, this is where the sound comes out. Turn on your... I'd be lucky if my mic was turned on. And now, joining us, Andrew McLovin Pro for the NFL Network.
They'll help you out.
Paulie, before we go, we wanted to know what you're doing here. Apparently, you seem to be ready to install a indoor barbecue of some kind.
Something like that, Brock. C and I are in the market for a refrigerator because we are too lazy to walk 20 steps back to the refrigerator to have them back. We're looking for something in this area for our drinks, treats, and so forth.
We're developing a pretty serious condiment habit here. And today with breakfast, we had this new like hot sauce, barbecue sauce kind of combo situation happening. And it was really great, and all of a sudden, it was like a light bulb. This beautiful idea was born to just put a fridge right there, and it's like, whoa, it makes all the sense in the world.
Wheels are in motion.
Maybe we keep some lotion in there for Fritzy. Keep it nice and cool. Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
A little chill.
Bears Pro Bowl guard Kyle Long will be with us. Actor, comedian Seth Rogen's got the new movie Neighbors coming out this Friday. Those will be among the guests for Wednesday.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching The Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern only on Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey! Thanks for watching The Box Score. Holy cow!